Joanne Roth.
Thank you, Allie. And thank you, other organizers, Brittany, Allie, and who was the other organizer for the speech tonight?
Sydney Perez. She couldn't be here today.
Okay, Sydney, yes. Good evening. When Allie Cartwright, oops, I'm going to set that. Is this better? All right. When Allie Cartwright texted me asking if I would be available to speak again at the July 27 Save Reproductive Rights Rally, I texted her back. Yes, after the July 9 Save Reproductive Rights Rally, I uploaded a video of my speech to YouTube and put a link to it on my Ann Roth for State Representative Facebook page. So far, 69 reactions, 77 comments have been made to the post. Most positive, but a few have called me bad names. For example, one detractor commented, "No thanks, Ms. Murderer." Another called me a lying, deceiving, manipulating Jewess. When she found out I was a Catholic, she condemned me as having committed a mortal sin. My response to such insults has been to reply that the Republican incumbent, Brett Fairchild, who I am seeking to replace, puts on his webpage that he believes that science proves that life begins at conception, and the government has a responsibility to protect that life from conception until natural death. This extreme view would outlaw the use of contraception, which prevents the implanting of the fertilized egg in the womb, and any other family planning, which should be decided by a woman and her partner. I went on to state my opinion. Most women do not appreciate Brett Fairchild, a 36-year-old never married man telling every woman what she must do with her own body. I was then attacked for mentioning his age and marital status. Allie Cartwright's response was, "I'm glad you're going to be speaking again at our July 27 rally." So here I am, giving another political speech in a campaign to represent you in Topeka as a state representative. The Kansas legislature in Topeka has 40 members in the Kansas Senate and 125 members in the Kansas House of Representatives. Laws must pass by a majority vote in both chambers before being presented to the governor, who may sign each into law or veto it. If Democratic Governor Laura Kelly vetoes a bill, the Republicans in the legislature in both the Senate and the House at this time can override her veto with a 2/3 vote in each chamber. All the Kansas House seats are up for election this November. And in this election cycle, if just 3 Republicans in the Kansas House are replaced with Democrats, the resulting 42 Democrat House members would be just enough, over 1/3 of the House members, to be able to block any motion to override a veto by our friend Governor Laura Kelly. Do we want the same amendments on the ballot in the future? No. The same is true concerning future amendments to the Kansas Constitution, which do not involve the governor, but do require a 2/3 vote in each chamber to be placed on the ballot. Switching 3 Republican seats so as to pick up 3 additional Democrat seats would prevent repeated votes on constitutional amendments like the one scheduled on August 2. Our top priority must be to defeat the August 2 constitutional amendment, which would empower the Kansas legislature to outlaw all abortions, even in the case of rape or incest, and to save the life of the mother. However, a close second priority must be to pick up at least 3 Democrats in the Kansas House, so Governor Laura Kelly knows her veto of any extreme new law limiting the right to privacy of both men and women would be sustained. My standing for election is only one step. I and at least 2 other Democrats must win, thus replacing Republican incumbents, if Kansas women's rights are to be safe in the foreseeable future. So you see, I am asking you to make my election as state representative, the 113th district, as personally important as defeating the August 2 constitutional amendment. Why? Because this is how politics works. Before women were granted the right to vote, and before Kansas became a state in the Union in 1861, women were considered property. First, they belonged to their father, and upon marriage, becoming the property of their husband. My God, ladies, we cannot go backwards. We will never go back. We must use our right to vote to keep our right to personal autonomy, the right to control one's own body. Tell your women friends, tell your male friends to vote no and for more Democrats in the Kansas legislature. My poster today for the rally is the slate of candidates endorsed by Planned Parenthood Great Plains. On here is mentioned Laura Kelly for governor, and my name, Ann Roth, for state representative, is at the bottom. Copies of this slate are available and have been handed out at the table to my left. All of the endorsed candidates are Democrats. Thank you in advance for voting no on August 2 and electing more Democrats to public office on November 8. We are women and we have much work to do, and we are invincible when we do it together. May God bless you and keep you safe.